Hi everyone, this is Pari Divyapicigil, and the myth that I've chosen to discuss is the one that says happy married couples never argue. This is not true. This myth can be very harmful for people, especially younger people who are first getting into relationships and getting married, and the conflict comes up because it can lead them to think like it can make them believe like, okay, maybe this isn't the right marriage for me, or my partner isn't the right one for me, which is not true. Everyone argues. You argue with your best friend, you argue with your mom, you argue with your sister. When two people are so close to each other and they're living with each other and they're cohabitating and they're making all their decisions together, arguments are bound to come up just because of the fact that they're two people and they're making decisions together and they're just going to have differing opinions, especially when they're living together and their lives are so integrated. Like every decision they make is a joint decision basically, just because of how intertwined their lives are. And it's extremely harmful to say that happy married couples never argue. This take can be idealistic. It can also be a little bit ignorant. Like I said, myths are very harmful, and they can be perpetuated by social media or posts or just like things we hear all the time, like, oh, you and your soulmate will agree all the time and stuff like that, which can be untrue because, like I said, we argue with everyone, and when two people are so close, disagreements are bound to happen. And then the changing event that I chose to talk about is the fact that women are having kids later in life. I'm not sure how I feel about this. First of all, it can be a good thing, definitely, because the older you are, the more mature you are, and the more capable you are of taking on responsibilities like a child, which is a lot of responsibility. But also at the same time, I know that a big reason that a lot of people are waiting to have kids is because they can't afford it. Not because they don't want a kid, but because they're just not financially there, which can be bad, especially because birth rates are dropping, and that can be bad for countries in a variety of ways. When it comes to economics and stuff like that, I'm not going to get into that, but that's the one that I chose specifically because it was interesting to me because my mom had me when she was really young. She was my age when she had me, and I was having a conversation with her the other day, and I told her, like, Mom, like, if it was today, you probably wouldn't be able to have me at that. Like, I'm at your age and I can't have a kid just because of the way the economy is and how everything's so expensive. And my mom was agreeing with me. She was like, yeah, things are definitely different now. But at the same time, like I said, it could also be a good thing because people are more mature and people can be more ready to handle such a big commitment and responsibility. And the family theory that I chose to discuss is the systems theory, which basically says that all the individuals in a family or in a group are viewed as a system, which in this family, it's like the mom, the dad, the kid are all viewed as like one system of being a family, which I think is very important. And I have seen that play out in my life. Like, especially when you have kids, when you make a decision, you make it for the betterment of the whole family, like the benefit of the whole family, not just one person. Like, when a family decides to move, for example, I'm going to use this example because we just moved and we changed our house. And when we changed the house, we didn't think about the benefit of just one or two people in the family. We thought about the whole family and we analyzed how it would affect the whole system. And inherently, we ended up making a decision that would benefit the whole system and not just one or two people as a whole. And we had to put the pros and cons down and decide what would the best decision be for the system, which is the family. And lastly, one changing pattern I realized about families in the media, especially in regards to the video that we watched, was that there are a lot more multiracial families than there used to be. And I think this is an amazing thing because there's a lot more representation. Like, I've seen a lot of posts online about people who are like colored saying that, well, when I watch TV, I don't see anyone that's my color, and it makes them feel left out. Or like there aren't any Barbies that are darker or have black hair or whatever. And I think it's great that we are choosing to show more families that are of different races, or even better, if it's like a multiracial couple in a show. I think that's really great. And I think we should continue doing that. And that is a trend I noticed that changed in families in the media. Thank you.